executing the mandate of Medicus Pharma to become an incubator of clinical stage novel therapeutic assets that are relatively de-risked, and through completion of these proof of concept study, we can demonstrate that they qualify for a pivotal trial.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. Joining me now is Dr. Raza Bokhari. He is the CEO of Medicus Pharma. Dr. Bokhari, it's good to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Steve. Thanks for having me back on your program.
Yeah, so the company was out with some news recently talking about acquiring Antev Limited. They're an interesting company with a lot of work under their umbrella already. So let's start there. Tell me a little bit about the reasoning behind the acquisition.
Thank you again, Steve. We are very excited at Medicus Pharma to announce a binding letter of intent to acquire a UK-based company called Antev that has a next-generation gonadotropin-releasing hormone antagonist, Travelex, as their lead asset that has two approved FDA clinical design. One is for an advanced prostate cancer with patients with high cardiovascular risk profile, and a first-in-class, a novel indication to treat acute urinary retention prevention, which has never been done before. And acute urinary retention prevention is currently treated through surgical intervention. And just like our flagship asset, SkinJet, which is a novel treatment regimen to treat basal non-melanoma skin diseases, particularly basal cell carcinoma, in a non-surgical way. Travelex also has an approved indication to cover 390 patients in 60 to 70 sites and explore if it could become a first-in-class treatment to prevent acute urinary retention. So we're very, very excited as we are advancing forward in our journey.
So, Dr. Bokhari, does the property that Antev has, does that now work with SkinJet, or are they working in combination together, like they'll be on different paths together, but in the same portfolio?
So, just like SkinJet, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Medicus Pharma, a Pennsylvania-based company where the clinical development program of the innovative patch is expanding and advancing forward. And if I may quickly add, we had also recently announced that we had an interim analysis which showed more than 60% clinical clearance, and the company announced a week or 10 days ago that we have expanded the cohort from 60 patients to 90 patients, and also will add some sites in Europe, in addition to the 9 sites that we have in the United States. And our separate SkinJet study in the Middle East, that we are collaborating with Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, got the nod from the Abu Dhabi Department of Health. So 36 more patients are getting randomized there. So we are maturing very well and moving very excitedly as we anticipated. In the same fashion, Travelex, which is the lead compound, a next-generation gonadotropin-releasing hormone antagonist that has 3 patents, which Antev is the owner of the patent. The company, which is a UK-based company, These patents are been approved by the patent office sometime in 2022. They are valid till 2039 and have freedom to operate. Will continue to reside in NTEEF as the company, and the clinical development program would hopefully pick up speed and momentum post close of this acquisition, which we expect to complete before the end of this quarter.
Big opportunity within the what this company is going after. I read in the news release, $6 billion at one point. So there's a big opportunity here for your company with this Antive acquisition. So it sounds like it was very strategic in your acquisition of them.
It is executing the mandate of Medicus Pharma to become an incubator of clinical stage novel therapeutic assets that are relatively de-risked, and through completion of these proof of concept study, we can demonstrate that they qualify for a pivotal trial. In NTEEV's case, we have a little bit more advanced. NTEEV already has an opinion from the FDA on the design of the pivotal study of the advanced prostate cancer. Currently, in advanced prostate cancer, in the gonadotropin releasing hormone antagonist, there are two drugs which are approved. One is an intramuscular injectable Degarelix, and the other one was just recently approved, a Pfizer product, which is called Relugalex, which is an oral therapy, which are a good candidates in this class. But Travelex is the only compound which is in clinical trials yet that will get a label from the FDA that if it is approved for commercialization, will be a first line of treatment for patients that have cardiovascular risk profile. So it's a $4 billion market opportunity for just advanced prostate cancer, and that gives us an opportunity to do well. And the acute urinary retention prevention by itself, like SkinJet, is a novel therapy, but creates a market opportunity in excess of $2 billion. So between SkinJet market opportunity of greater than $2 billion, Travelex acute urinary retention prevention opportunity for $2 billion, and advanced prostate cancer for $4 billion, we just hope that we can grab the low-hanging fruit and bring substantial return to our shareholders, who have been very supportive to us through when we initiated our journey not too long ago. And we seem to be moving in the right direction.
All right, we'll leave it there. Dr. Bakari, thank you so much. Great to see you again, and we will talk soon, okay?
Thank you again, Steve, for having me back on your program.
All right, Dr. Raza Bakari, the CEO of Medicus Pharma.